How to spot a good dojo or gym. A question I always get in my comments is, how do I know if a dojo or gym is good for me to train in? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going through a few things that are almost things to look out for and maybe some things to avoid when looking for a new martial arts gym, in the hope of helping you find a dojo that fits your needs. And something that would definitely fit your needs is a 12-week fully planned out structured flexibility program. All martial arts need it. Everyone wants to improve their flexibility. It is an essential training aid that will help you take your martial arts to the next level. You don't need any equipment, you just need yourself and a small area of space. It can be done in the lounge or in your bedroom. It includes all the stretches and exercises that I did myself to improve my flexibility and kicks. So go ahead to the first link in the description of this video if you are interested. So the first thing to look out for when choosing a dojo is the coach. Obviously the coach is the face of the dojo. This is the person you're going to be training with the most, the person that's going to be training you. So you need to make sure this coach is, qualified enough to give you the training that you need. So things like, how old are they? Now, age doesn't necessarily matter. Obviously being a good coach can come with any age, but I'm more talking about, if you walk in and you've got like a 14, 15-year-old coach, maybe that's something to avoid, definitely. Next, what grade are they? They don't necessarily have to be, the 10th degree black belt, but it's nice to know at least that they've graded a fair way through the ranks. And that's just a good comfort in that they've got a good amount of knowledge to pass on to you. But I wouldn't look too deeply into the grade. Focus more on what you actually see, the knowledge they show and the technique they have. What experience do they have? Have they done competitions in the past? Have they fought before? Have they trained with many different people? Ask them. You're more than welcome to ask the coach what they've done. And if they don't want to answer that, then it's obviously not a good sign anyway. Obviously, the more experience they've got, the better knowledge they'll be able to pass on and the better coach they'll be. For example, if you go to a boxing gym and your boxing coach has never had a boxing match in their life, then how are they going to know how it feels to be in your position? And that's one of the good traits of being a coach, is having been there and done that. They know exactly what you feel, how you're feeling, and what steps you need to take to improve. So experience is quite a big thing to look out for in a coach. So that's definitely a question to ask when you go to a dojo or gym. What have you done before? What have you achieved? Or basically, what have you done that would make me think that you're going to be a good coach and be able to pass on an adequate amount of knowledge? Also, just have a look at them. Watch them while they're teaching. Is their technique good? Obviously, if you're new to the art, then maybe you won't know what's good and what's not, but you can have a rough estimate. If you attend a taekwondo gym, for example, and the coach is struggling to perform basic kicks, then obviously there are exceptions, if people are injured or they've developed, disabilities and stuff like that. But generally you can tell a lot about a coach by their technique, because obviously if their technique is no good, then how are they going to make yours good? Next up, have a look around the gym. Like, are their students good? Do they have good technique? Are they, always working hard? You can ask them as well. You can tell a lot about a coach by the students, because the students are just a reflection of the coach. So that's also something to look out for. My next point to make is the grading systems. Now, this one only applies to martial arts that have a belt system, like karate, taekwondo, judo, stuff like that, BJJ. This is one of the biggest signs, in my opinion, of whether a dojo is legit or not. You can be asking things like, what is the average grade of the people in the class? Are they all black belts? If so, that may be a red flag. I mean, could be legit, but in my opinion, that would spark up a little red flag. And then, are there like 6-year-olds with black belts, for example? Just little things you can look out for. Do they pass everyone at their gradings? Obviously, if they're all black belts, then that's probably yes, which is why I said it's a red flag, because if they just pass everyone constantly, they never fail anyone, then it's kind of gives the impression that it's either just for the money, or maybe the instructors don't have the courage to fail people. But failing is an essential part of someone's journey. If you fail, that can give you the motivation. It's like a make or break. You either get motivated by that or you get destroyed by it. And if you use it as motivation, you'll come back much better for it. So as an instructor, you need to be harsh and you need to be able to fail students. So gradings are also a big tell of the quality of a dojo. And also, how often are their gradings? If they're flying out gradings like once every 3 days, once every week, then that's just not going to cut it, because it should take a lot longer than that to pass your next belt. If you're just running through the gradings and they're collecting all your money and you're paying for gradings once every week, then you're not really achieving anything. You're just paying for the belt. You want to get yourself in a dojo that hosts gradings once every few months maybe, and so that when you get put into that grading, you've earned it. It's not just because you've given the money. That your instructor has said, you can go forward for this one, I think you're ready. And then when you get the belt, if you know that some other people have failed, when you pass, it feels that much better, because there was the chance of you failing. Whereas if you have never been failed, if you've never seen anyone get failed, you almost know you're going to pass. So it just doesn't feel as good. So yeah, that's one big thing I think about dojos. That's the things to look out for, is the gradings. Next up, what are the students like? So people that train there, what are they like? Are they humble? Are they willing to help you? or are they just stuck up and they just think they're the best? Because again, the students are a reflection of the coach, and the coach is the dojo. So if the students are all stuck up and they think they can't do anything wrong, then that is not a good reflection of the dojo. Obviously there are going to be like exceptions, but just ask around. And next up, is it respectful? Do people follow the respect aspects of the art? For example, in karate, I'll use karate because this is all I know. Do people bow when they enter the dojo? Because that's what you should do traditionally, you know, bow to each other before you work with a partner. Say things like us to the instructor. Respect is a big thing in martial arts, so you should find a dojo that still practices this, holds the traditional values. So that's about it for this video. I know it was a bit of a shorter one today, still a little bit ill. But thank you for watching. I hope you did take something from it. And let me know if you're thinking about signing up to a new gym or dojo. I'd love to hear about it. Let me know if you like this kind of video and what other stuff you'd like me to do for long videos. Check out the first link in the description of this video if you are interested in my flexibility program. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.